Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Overwatch. This is going to be another video on Mythic skin reviews, and today's video is going to be on Thor. So I have unequipped everything from the Thor customizations. I've also removed the bound demon hammer, so it's just going to be the pure everything from this Mythic skin. I've also remembered to actually remove the weapon variants from the actual skin itself. I will obviously show them off at the end of the video. So yeah, we're going to start off with just what you get based off should you buy it for 50 Mythic Prisms. Okay, well, we're going to equip the Thor skin. Based off, the first thing you might notice, as you swing your hammer, you have a really nice lightning contrail that actually follows the rocket, which is a really nice attention to detail. Do have some slight lightning hits across the heroes you hit. That's also pretty cool. In terms of your fire strike, you now send out a blue bolt of lightning rather than a red, reddy orange fire, which is pretty cool. Charge, we'll do that now. Pretty similar to the default, except for as you charge forward, you have like lightning effects propelling you forward. Blue, like fire, I guess, almost, rather than the default orange is red. The shield itself, it is a slightly different color of blue. It's slightly more teal than the default blue color in terms of the actual shield. And obviously with this style, there is no well, nothing else really. The front of the shield is just that. Pretty plain and simple. But yeah, that's the tier 1 skin. We've got the ultimate. So I was going to do it without hitting anyone, then I'll do it actually hitting people. So upon using your shatter, you have a center point of lightning, and it extends all the way out to the max point, and then at the max point more lightning strikes down from the sky, which is pretty cool. Of course, rather than the fire effects that are on the ground, there's now blue effects from the actual lightning strikes. Upon hitting someone, not much different. Of course, no kill effects because this is a mythic weapon. So yeah, that's the tier 1 skin. There isn't really much to it. It's just the default brown with a bit of gold, slight blue, lightning, like a bluish lightning color effects, as well as the famous red Viking hair, let's say. One thing to point out is this skin isn't the greatest when it comes to crossing over with emotes, highlight intros, and victory poses. Unlike some mythic skins are really good in terms of those type of crossovers between the different weapons. The Reinhardt one, unfortunately, is not one of those really cool uniqueness across different equipable items. In terms of shield bash, there's no visible shield bash. Yeah, we'll try out the second tier now. Okay, so we now have the tier 2 skin. Of course, I don't think I fully showed off the actual skin showcase, I guess. Like the little animation that plays when you first select Reinhardt. It's pretty cool. The little runes around the shoulders light up and then lightning strikes down. Okay, so for the tier 2, this is now in total going to be costing you 60 Mythic Prisms. You now get this really cool, like, ice blue kind of look to the actual skin itself. Shield is also blue. Colour scheme for this is obviously just white and like quite a sky blue colour, and obviously the lightning blue for the actual effects. In terms of the swinging, no difference. Still the light blue, which does actually look really nice with this skin. Colour schemes can vary when it comes to actual skin visuals, but this one is one that actually works really nicely with it. Definitely one of my favourites. There is no physical effect changes, whether that being with any of your abilities, like lightning strike, keep calling it lightning strike until I use that, but fire strike with the lightning blue. Does that be charge? Charge still stays the same. And then scatter. It's still the same blue lightning. So no visual changes. It's purely, basically, it's purely just the skin itself. Of course, still has the red fire with this emote, which is a bit of a shame. Hopefully they can actually change that. Okay, so we are now using tier 3. This would now cost you 70 mythic prisms. You now get the red and black color scheme, which is really cool. The lightning effects on this skin don't change, as you can see, they still stay blue, but on the actual skin itself, all the effects are now orange. So it's a bit interesting. We're going to choose and make this more of a yellowish lightning color, rather than no, yeah, so in my opinion it should be more like an orange yellow lightning. Because the effects of the actual fire strike swing, you actually see like a firing contrail, like a fire contrail, whereas this one you can actually see the actual lightning effects, and it has the sound effect of it sounding like lightning. So all the visuals exactly the same, nothing different. So yeah, the actual styles themselves and all the upgrades, any visual you see can be given to you just from buying the base skin itself. You don't get any unique visuals from buying any of the alternate styles of more mythic prisms. You only need the 50 if you just want the actual visuals itself. So you have like the red, the black, a bit of silver, and then obviously the orange-ish yellow lightning effects. Of course we have the marshmallows emote. This style actually does make sense with the orange fire, but that's just a coincidence in my opinion, because obviously the rest don't change. In my opinion, the helmet option isn't one of my favourites. It just doesn't really give me that Vikingish feel, and it also kind of takes away from Reinhardt, because I like to be able to see his face in some form, whether that being without a helmet or a helmet has a slight gap in, like a slight part with the first helmet style. But yeah, so it's just a pretty simple, just a red and black colour scheme. Okay, so I am now in the back to the hero gallery, just to show you the actual tier 4. All you get for tier 4 is just this effect, which is just a visual effect that you get added to your skins, adds some glow, like makes parts of your armour glow, which is pretty cool throughout the skin. And also adds a lightning effect to your charge. As you can see, it just looked like a fire there, but when you equip that, now adds lightning to it, which is pretty cool, as well as your hammer. There's now just a lightning effect on the actual rocket part of the hammer, which is pretty cool. I will quickly show off the effects on each of these skins. So at tier 1, if you just want to use tier 1 armor and tier 1 helmet with the tier 1 color scheme, that's what the visual effects do. For tier 4, for tier 2, this is what you would look like. I need to swap it back over, losing controls, there we go. So that's what tier 2 would look like with the visuals, and obviously tier 3 is this. Obviously you can mix and match. My personal favourite at the moment has to be this. No, not that. This one, sorry. I do also like to run this one as well, every now and then. So I will equip I'll try out the Gilded aspect with I think I'll use this helmet as well as the tier 3 armor, just makes sense then. And I'll just equip the Gilded aspect. I don't own it, so I'll have to go into the shop to try it out. This is the style I'll use for that next clip. Okay. So trying this out. Of course, the entire skin is now black and gold. Definitely a really nice colour scheme. So the hammer's pretty cool. Visuals still do not change, even though all the effects are now yellow. It's kind of a shame. I do wish this was now yellow lightning, but I understand why it's not. Obviously, the visual, like the actual effect on the skin. It's pretty cool. You get like lightning effects on the different horns, they pulsate outwards. So as on the actual hammers on his belt. Obviously lightning effects on the hammer, as I talked about, as well as the actual rocket on the back of his armour. It's pretty cool. Yeah. So overall, this is a pretty good customizable skin. I do have to say that. Okay, so weapon variants. I've now equipped the tier 1 colour scheme that you get just off default. Obviously that's what it looks like here. Some nice, like a brownish black, some blue energy, as well as some slight gold. You equip the gold. That gold, the gold that was already on it, just becomes more of a, less of a dull gold, to more like a reflective, shined gold, like polished. It's really nice. We'll do Jade next. Again, yeah, just most of the gold, not all the gold as you can see, most of the gold then becomes Jade. Same with this, not all the gold actually becomes the nice shiny gold, but the majority of it is, and it kind of ties it in nicely, adds it some more texture, just pretty nice. So yeah, that's the Jade, and the Galactic is this. Of course, just all the reflectiveness is just gone because this isn't a reflective weapon skin, weapon variant, but the Galactic does look quite nice, especially when swinging this hammer. Although the Galactic is a purple-ish colour, it does tie in quite nicely with the blue lightning, in my personal opinion. You might not agree with that, but again, this is just my opinion, basically. And I completely understand if you disagree with it, but I do kind of like I really do like the Galactic with the actual blue lightning swinging effect. Okay, so this is the tier 2 color variant, just default. A nice blue with some white and a slightly greenish blue compared to the default lightning colors on the actual rocket part of the hammer. This is the gold. Again, not much change, there's only one weapon variant, unfortunately. And not weapon variant, weapon style for the Thor skin. Here's the Galactic, again, probably my personal favourite for this Thor skin. And obviously the Jade. The Jade looks quite nice with the actual green, mixing with the blue. Also kind of brings out the more the greenish flame in the actual rocket part of the hammer. Makes it more evident, let's say. Right, and obviously now we have the tier 3 colour scheme, with the red, the black, and then the orange. We have the gold, which looks really nice. Got the Galactic, and then we have the Jade. Pretty cool. I can't show off the aspect weapon variants just because I don't own it, so I can't then go over here and show the variants off for that style. That's kind of unfortunate. Okay, so I have just equipped everything that I would normally have on my Mythic skin, on my default skin, other than the actual Mythic hammer, just to show off these highlight intros. Heroic is pretty good, but all Mythic skins have a unique heroic one. Hammer down. It plays really nice sound effects, but then that's meant to be his ultimate, and during his ultimate you can see lightning that smashes down all over the place, and there's no lightning in this, so that's not great. You can see the visuals on the actual shield there. Again, that's the end of a shatter, a nerf shatter there, and there's no lightning effects. There is sound effects of lightning, but no visual lightning effects. This one I'm really disappointed in. It literally falls out the sky. They could have easily had a lightning bolt that comes down along with that, and as it hits the ground, there being lightning there. I know technically this is a collab thing, but it's a collab with one of their own games in terms of Blizzard, so it's not like they couldn't do that. That's kind of really disappointing. Charge, really disappointing. Uses completely incorrect visuals for charge. The Thor skin, it uses the blue lightning effect, and this uses the red effect, which is kind of a shame. This one, no, I can't really change that. Autobots, I just don't like this intro. This intro looks awful unless it's with the actual Optimus Prime skin. But even then, you can easily have that, rather than that explosion there being lightning that strikes down into like a blue explosion. Again, as he lifted his hammer up there, you could have lightning coming down. You could have had lightning when he landed there. They could have done so much. And this one's awful. Doesn't even use the correct fire strike. Uses the default fire strike, even though he has his own custom blue lightning fire strike. Even though it plays the correct sound effects, it doesn't actually play the correct visual effects. So overall, the only one that plays anything near the correct visual effects is the heroic, because they've customized that one to be like that. The rest of them don't use the correct visual effects, which is a shame. Emotes, there's not much you can really do to change it. Obviously, the one that I'm quite ashamed about is the marshmallows emote. Obviously, on this style here, it makes sense to have a red flame there. But on the default Thor skin, if I equip that, obviously blue lightning, you toggle the fire on to heat your marshmallows up, and it uses actual fire rather than the blue flames. That's meant to be the whole point of the skin. Even the charge on this skin has blue flames coming out, but this emote uses red flames, which is kind of disappointing. You don't really need to change much about that. This doesn't need that much change. I do want to see the back of that actually. Uses yellow flames rather than blue. And you can also do something when he like punches his hands together there, you have like lightning that appears there, but they have nothing. Again, when he hits his chest, lightning could appear there. So yeah, overall, highlight intro and emote synergy is going to be probably a 1 from me. Purely just because you could do so much with so many of these emotes and so many highlight intros to customize the actual visual effects from the skin, but then they just didn't bother. So overall, secret reactivity, couldn't find any. Customizability, I'm gonna have to give it a 10 out of 10. First person visuals, 10 out of 10. Obviously, no secret reactivity as I said. That I could find. If there is any that you guys have found, let me know in the comments. And synergy with highlight intros and emotes is yet again, and probably gonna have to be a 1 out of 10. It's just a shame. They just seem to stop bother doing it. They've done it for a few skins and that's about it. So I really, really hope to see in an update that they actually fix and add some extra visuals in. But yeah.